Hello and welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs. Today is we are watching a show that answers the question on why Neil is going to be arrested, and you might as well for basically watching the stream at this point. Let me just fix this camera so I am in the center. Thank you very much. This topic that we are covering the fact that the Indian government has gone full authoritarian at this point and wants to track every single person. And this thing is going to define how we approach like human rights and human laws, because the right to privacy is a fundamental right in the Indian constitution. And this app, or what they have suggested, the what was the Sanskar? No, not Sans. Hold on. Fuck, I fucking forgot again. The Sanchar app goes like against it directly. It literally like takes control of all of your data and sends it to the government. And like, yeah, they are lying now. Like they are all about like, oh, we are going to not do it. We are not doing this. We're not doing that. But that is just bullshit. Like we caught who was it? Scindia in a lie today morning, I think. Like he was asked about this point blank and he straight up lied about it. We'll cover it all. We are still waiting for people to join because I can see only Bliss here for now. We also have today like there's this dude, Jay Kumar or something. He's mostly in the chats. So kind of waiting for him because he has some like basic fundamental misunderstandings. And he's been following for a while. He's commenting. I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, I mean, we can talk. So I'm just like, okay, when is he showing up? That India needs to turn its entire structure of government, like there is an order from the government that the entirety of phones that are going to be sold from 2026 are required to have the official government app of Samachar app. That's what they're calling it's called like Samachar for the news. And it's absolutely crazy. Like they are not only forcing an app onto you, this is a tracking app. This tracks your phone calls, this tracks your messages, this checks your pictures and reviews your pictures, can delete your pictures, can send messages from your phone, can check your WhatsApp images, WhatsApp pictures, and have to be given access. There's also a point of SIM binding, where the app is going to be bound to your SIM and your SIM is connected to your WhatsApp, your private messages, telegrams, whatnots. The only thing that's not come out is how many times this app is going to take a screenshot of your messages. And like is it like 5 seconds they're going to take a screenshot and send it to the government, or 10 seconds or 5 minutes like Korea does? North Korea, I mean, the country with the most democracy apparently, because we are going the same way. And if we are still to be called like the biggest democracy in the world and we do Korea kind of shit, we are a Korean style of democracy. I mean, don't forget, it's still called like the democratic nation of Korea or some democratic, what is Korea called? The official name of Korea? Yeah, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. No, I know it's not confirmed. I'm just saying that like, the only thing that's left is like, are they going to take a screenshot of shit? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully they don't. Because it's crazy. Like, first they tried the whole Pegasus thing on like larger players, like people in the with politicians and shit. Then they tried to force content creators to shut the fuck up and not talk about the government. That was a way of control through the new amendments to the telecommunication bill and and also the changes in the DPDP laws. They will, but Indian babus are so useless they simply cannot go through it. Yeah, probably. they're going to use AI for it. They are going to get people to use AI and pick and choose and go through that way. The point is, like, then they tried it with the information technology bill amendments, where you had to, like, if I had to do this show in India, I would have to have a third person here as someone who to cross check everything I make and take the government's permission whether or not this is good or not. And this is like the third level of it, where now they are just infiltrating your phones. Like, your privacy is theirs. They can just grab shit from your phone and just take it away. That is a problem. That is an extremely big problem. And seriously speaking, you should be very worried about it. You should be screaming. You should be out protesting. And how dare you do it? Like, your privacy is your basic right. The Supreme Court says so, at least. And every single Supreme Court, except for like the Democratic People's Republic of Korea and maybe Russia, don't say so. Like, everyone else, privacy is your basic right. And this directly erodes onto it. So let's check what the fuck is going on and what was the first thing that came out. Again, thank you, Bliss, for all of the information and the help with all of this. India orders smartphone makers to preload state-owned cyber safety apps. Bengaluru, December 1. India's telecom minister has privately asked smartphone makers to preload all new devices with the state-owned cybersecurity app that cannot be deleted. A government order showed a move likely to antagonize Apple and privacy advocates. In tackling a recent surge of cyber crimes and hacking, India is joining authorities worldwide and most recently in Russia to frame rules blocking the use of stolen phones for fraud or promoting state-backed government service apps. Apple, which has previously locked horns with the telecom regulators over the development of government anti-spam mobile apps. Again, this is not an anti-spam mobile app. While it is said so as such, it is an information collection app, is among the companies such as Samsung, Vivo, Oppo bound by the new law or new order. The November 28 order seen by Reuters gives major smartphone companies 90 days to ensure that the government's Sanchar Sathi app, like News Friend or Broadcast Friend app or Broadcast Partner, is pre-installed on new phones, mobile phones, with the provision that users cannot disable it. Like, you cannot go in and disable this app. The only way out is probably to just root it. For the devices already in the supply chain, manufacturers should push the app to phones via software updates. So if you have bought the phone in 2025, you're still probably going to end up with it, which was not made public and was sent privately to select companies. Think about this for like 5 seconds. Like, how dare they do this to you? Secretly spying on you at this point. How dare they? A lawyer specializing in technology matters said that India's move was cause for concern. However, the government effectively removes user consent as a meaningful choice, says Mishi Chowdhury, who works on internet advocacy issues. Privacy advocates criticized the similar requirements by Russia in August for the state-backed messenger app called Max to be pre-installed on phones. You are literally not going to have a choice if this goes forward to delete this app, to have your data safe. We all know how many times the government has had these issues where your data has been leaked. Someone hacked the government servers. Your phones are with spam caller. Your phone numbers are with spam caller list. Whether or not they sold it themselves, you never know. The point ends up being that now, a real thing, if we don't talk about it and go against it immediately, all of your data, your pictures, your contacts, your messages, everything you have ever spoken about, everything that is stored in your phone as cookies and on your SSD, all of it ends up becoming government property and you can't do anything against it. because they can just take you, they can just access everything. One of the world's largest telephone markets, India has 1.2 billion subscribers, like 1.2 billion phone users. And the government figures show that the app, launched in January, has helped recover 700,000 lost phones, including 50,000 in October alone. But that is not a cost that you should be paying. Sorry, that is not something that you should ever be concerned about, because one, the cost for doing this, like finding your lost phone, is the privacy of your life. Say you're watching something that is not government sponsored or pro-government, whatever it may be. That thing is now can be looked at as something negative and saying something against the government, and can be used against you in the judiciary. And in India, it doesn't matter if you're guilty or if you're innocent. What matters is that at the end of the day, the whole procedure of going to a judge, or the whole procedure of going through the courts, is hell itself. And they are trying to make it easy for anyone it may be, whoever it is, any dissenter it may be, anyone, a normal person who has ever even said that, hey, I may not like this government, they can go against. They can just go against you. This person becomes practically someone with a noose hanging over his head, only reliant on the government's good blessing that they are not taking action. Hey Kumar, how's it going? Nothing. It's just a stream over the fucked up shit this government has started doing. Like, we are going into a complete authoritarian mode at this point, and we need to be talking about this a lot more than we are. Like, we should be protesting at this point. There is no other way. Like, all this shit is so bad that we were at like 158 on the freedom rating or something. Over 2000, we are going to be last. Right next to DPRK, Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Like, we are ending up in a time where democracy is only just the facade of this government. Yeah, Modi will arrest anyone who even Googles Meloni hot pics. Yes, yes. That's the kind of humor we need. They already know everything, each and every step. No, it is not, Kumar. Kumar, it is very much impossible to trace everything. If you go by this idea that everything is already monitored, you would not see the novelty of the horrific shit that this is. It is going to be monitored now. They did not know everything before. That is what they're rectifying. That's the difference. Sure, they can track you now. Sure, they can track you through your SIMs, through the information technology bills that they have released. Sure, they can track you through how much ever, but they have to make a choice to track you. Now they don't even have to make a choice. Now all they have to do is set up an AI initiative to quite literally just choose people randomly. Just have a list of people that they have to go against based on maybe how influential are they at the start of it, and how much political pull they have at the start of it. And then if you say anything against the government, like within, like, I don't know, within your city, if you're like, mere ghar ke samne kooda pada hai, utha lo, and they'll just take you off. इसका मतलब blackmailing material खत्म हो गया है. No, it's everything. Like, it's everything with the government now. Like, it's horrific. Like, they can quite literally look through your entire photo library, delete and add whatever they like, whatever it may be, anywhere. And you cannot, if you want to use a phone, which is quite literally the most important thing in India, because everything is connected to your phone, your payments, your UPI, your even ID at certain points is connected to your phone. You can't get a cab without a phone. You can't like have lunch in certain places without a phone. Like, there are places in India that do not take cash anymore. Everything is connected to your phone now, and this is what they're directly monitoring. Directly. It's not even like, oh, we are going to monitor this like upar se satellite, like not like satellite as in the satellite, actual satellite, like satellite monitoring है, like right now it is happening. This is direct monitoring. मैं Nokia 105 यूज करता हूँ पकड़ के don't worry, you can use Nokia 105, it doesn't matter to them. You know why? Because this is something that is going on in UK right now, where they are actively punishing people for not using a up-to-date cell phone. So you would be punished either way. Uska tension na liyo. Also, if you ever buy a new phone, ever, jo kuch bhi ho, so this new phone is going to have this app directly. And then if you have bought a phone already, which is technically a smartphone, this app is going to be preloaded with the next update. So how they're punishing within the UK, is that what you're asking? Is that what you're asking? So if you don't have a phone, so that like they wanted to start like what was the word for it? Like a UPI ID kind of a thing. That is your internet ID, which would be required for everything. So what Keir Starmer said was, if you don't have this, every time you go to some place that needs your ID verification, you have to pay a fee. Like 50-60 pounds or something, or 65 pounds or something, which means that if you do not have this app preloaded, every time you go for something, you are gonna get charged, which is the nice way of saying you're gonna be fined for it, not using it. So they are probably going to start something similar, where if you don't have the like Sanchar Sathi app, you're gonna get fined, or you're not going to have access to a lot of different shit. They probably are going to start like a ID code, which you're gonna require to log into every single of these apps. Like अगला Zoho email आएगा तुमको कि अगर संचार ऐप से कनेक्ट नहीं किया तो नो मोर ईमेल यूज. हो गया फिर काम. अगर संचार ऐप से कनेक्ट नहीं करा तो you can't use your messenger, your Swiggy or Zomato or जो भी. अगला अपडेट इसमें. All they have to do, like once this app becomes a normality within the government, all they have to do is click a button to change. Even if they are not telling you, like right now, like even if some of them have said like, oh, अभी हमने delete कर सकते हैं, तुम वो delete कर सकते हो, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They can change once this app is in your phone, they can change the regulations whenever, however possible. Hello, day to day getting worse with this government. Hope people protest someday like in 2014. Yeah, अभी वही तो initiative चल रहा है यहाँ पे. भाई यार, guys, like it, share it. Seriously, we need to share this more. This needs to stop immediately. Immediately. Like, go on Twitter, share it as much as you can, push it forward, share this stream, share whatever information that is going to be presented and we are presenting right now. Seriously, this is getting worse and worse. Like North Korea bante ja raha hai, Russia bante ja raha hai, and at one point you're not even going to, like at one point they're just going to say vote from this app. And your two options are Modi and Modi for 2 terms. And you can only choose the option Modi for 2 terms. If you choose the first one, Modi for only this term, a police car is going to approach your home. That is what is going to happen at the end of the day. Yeah, so he's lying. Like quite literally, he's lying. Like दांत दिखा के झूठ बोल रहा है बंदा. Yeah, he is. Like, we are going to cover it right now. Like, I'm not going to believe Sindhya at any point of time here because he's contradicting like what the government has said officially. So either he is lying or the government is lying. And उनका official statement to manufacturers है, not to people. Like जनता के लिए नहीं है वो. जनता के लिए they are saying it's not mandatory for everyone. Like, but the actual like official statement to the people concerned who are supposed to push for this is like, nahi, this is mandatory, this cannot be removed. And if you have a phone that has been sold before 2025, you are going to have an update which includes this app into the whole like system. Full on तुम्हारा क्या बोलते हैं उसको, spying चल रहा है यहाँ पे. Yeah, this is new India. Nah, I mean, this is, I'm just making a comparison here. And this is something you don't have to accept. Like, the moment we start accepting this as our new reality, this is when they win. Don't accept it. Like, talk against it, fight against it. That's the whole point. Like, there is going to be a time where listening to this stream with like 3 people watching, not more, is going to be illegal in India. And this government is doing their best to push this thing forward. I have a conspiracy theory regarding this. This might as well be a distraction for something else. See, yes, maybe, but like, what is worse? Like, they are okay. I heard somewhere that there are going to be an expose soon about all of the pedophiles and sex scandals in the BJP government. So maybe it's because of that. Maybe. But the fact that this can be a reality is something that quite literally is worse. And I'm sorry, like, I understand like sex scandals are not easy, they are not good to hear about, and they are absolutely the worst. But this is worse because if this becomes a law, if this goes forward, you are even never going to hear what a sex scandal is. The next generation are only going to be taught that getting touched by Modi is going to be a good thing. He won't be able to handle the abuse he'll get if he spies. Nahi, Kumar, you don't understand. They are going to take people out the moment you say anything against the government. Don't joke about this. Seriously, ये हमारा problem है. We make light of these things. As far as I understand why jokes are important, making light of this at this point is extremely bad because you feel good about it and the people listening to it feels good about it, which means that you are less likely to take action. You'll be like, मोदी क्या कर लेगा, ये क्या कर लेगा, मेरा ये तो है, वो उसको तो ऐसा उसको चूतिया लग जाएगा. It only makes you angry less. It only makes you feel okay about it. That is your coping mechanism in the shithole. I understand it as much as you do. But if we let this coping mechanism go on, it's going to be worse and worse and worse. Like they say Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm going to say like the Nazi party and like Nazi Germany wasn't built in a day. It was a 10 to 12 to or something 20-year long procedure where they systematically devalued each and every institution and then spied on people. And now it's going to be a thing where no matter how small a village is, no matter how small your community is, if this app goes online and if this app becomes part of the fabric of that, which is India, you are going to be targeted no matter where you are for speaking dissent against the government. Hell, like, you know, they can quite literally check your phone remotely. Like, they'll probably do it through AI. They can check your phone remotely and see if you have any images that can be seen as anti-government and then target you for it. Because they already have access to everything that you own. That is the problem here. There cannot be dissent against the government if there is no one left to speak about it. How are things going to ever change in this world if we let this happen? You hate the BJP government right now, or you love the BJP government right now. But if tomorrow BJP becomes the only option for you, is that's not going to be a good thing. The BJP is trying to make sure that even its own voters don't get a say in what they are doing. Like, this is what vote chori as well was, right? Because they don't even have to appease their own voters anymore. Modi knows if he goes out of power, they'll be punished, so they'll go to any extent to fuck people. Yes, like authoritarian regimes don't go out silently; they do shit to fuck things up. Maybe distraction from SIR that will be disenfranchise millions of voters like Dalits and Muslims. They are doing this together. This does the same thing. Like, SIR is a horrible thing, but at least some governments are like within like India, like opposition governments are talking about it at least. Like, how much distraction do you actually want? Like, chalo, SIR against distraction hai ye. But this is just as big of an issue as SIR is. SIR disenfranchises you on an electoral level. This disenfranchises you on a personal level. You have no rights to your communications anymore. You have no rights to your private life anymore. They can quite literally listen to you on a day-to-day basis. If you, like, it doesn't matter if it's a distraction from an SIR. If it is, and this is never going to be the case, good. But if we are going to find excuses for it, it is going to harm us. Like, maybe think about this. Maybe they want you to feel like this is a distraction for the SIR, so you don't take this seriously. Maybe they want you to think that because this is literally something that every authoritarian government has done since the advent of like mobile phones. Literally everyone. You have the Max app in Russia. You have the app that quite literally changes what you're typing in North Korea. You have apps like this that track its users in China to the point where they will listen to you. And anything you say against the government is recorded. Every single authoritarian government has done this. This is not something that is new. And the opposition to it is valid. SIR, at the very, like, me being nicest about it, was at least at one point is a governmental function that happens, that they are weaponizing it against its own people to disenfranchise Dalits and Muslims. This is delving directly into authoritarianism. Directly. There is no pretense anymore. There is literally no pretense anymore कि नहीं हमसे अभी भी democratic हैं वगैरह वगैरह. There is literally no pretense. This is a mass surveillance software. There is no two ways about it. There is just mass surveillance. That's it. Khatam. There is no more. There is no redefining this कि इससे वो हो सकता है. This is mass surveillance. And I genuinely hope you believe me on this, that this is going to be the end of the Indian democracy. Because democracies don't go out with a bang, they go out with a whimper. Because all of the bang that happens is suppressed. Anyway, like, share, please. We still need to get more people in. That was a good cut, I think. But seriously, like the stream and share the stream. This is extremely important of a topic to. I have experienced this on X. I write something, but when I see it, it's a distorted, i.e. the flow is broken. What? Like what? They actively change what you have written. See, Apple has already refused on paper, like, sorry, on news, it has. It has to. Apple has refused because internationally it is seen as a company that upholds privacy. Obviously, it has refused. It was not unexpected. Like, people are like acting surprised online that, oh my god, Apple has refused, such a nice company. Yeah, obviously that is exactly what they want as well. Apple is part of the problem in every scenario as well. Like, don't get me wrong, Apple is not out there to protect your privacy, it is there to protect its image. If it had agreed to it, its image would have ruined. And what is Apple phones without its image? It's a knockoff Android. So don't go like, oh, Apple has refused, so it's going to keep refusing even in closed doors. It might have its own app that directly gives people, like, Apple can have its own app that directly sells information to the government. Also, people are not everyone is going to find and work around like a custom ROM. Like, you know what a custom ROM is. You know how to root a phone. Does everyone? No. We are not talking about just you and me here. We are not the only ones talking against the government. We are not the only ones with something to say. There's hundreds of people who have something to say, who are being currently repressed by like systematic aggression and systematic repression. But they are still able to speak out, at least in their communities. Now, there's going to be a situation where they are not going to be able to speak out even in their communities because they can be directly heard and tracked. And they have no idea what a custom ROM is. Like, custom ROM should not be the determining factor whether you can speak your mind or not. So if someone wants to harm, okay. See, I understand your gut feeling says this is a distraction, but this is such a big enough news that a distraction is needed for this. You get the point? Because, see, you cannot distract someone when you are caught stealing by murdering that someone. That is not what you call a distraction. That's a bigger offense. This is a far bigger offense than whatever distractions that they may seem. That is my, like, I hope this is a distraction. I genuinely hope so that this is just a distraction, because this is such a grievous thing. Like, harming your privacy directly is such a grievous thing to do. This is such a grievous crime that quite literally I can't think of anything worse than this. Like, Modi can tomorrow come out and say that he is like a ultra large, the highest victimed pedophile in India, and that would still be a better news than this one. Because this is not just like a group of victims. It makes victims out of literally everyone in India. Every single one. All of your private pictures, all of your private messages, all of everything goes to the government. Disenfranchisement India worse, so maybe to cover that. See, this is a tool of disenfranchisement. If you like, what is more disenfranchisement than all of your privacy being taken away and you being basically propagandized to vote for a specific government? Like, we are talking about, oh, they are not going to be able to vote or whatever. They are now not even going to be allowed to think anything else. Would you, as a person, if this goes full blown, like this is in Russia or this is in Korea, would you, as a person, speak anything against the government if there is a noose hanging on your neck? That if you say anything or if you type anything, the government come in and arrest you. Would you even discuss the idea of anyone not being sorry, or like discuss the idea that the government is not good enough? No, this is the topic. This is the discussion. Don't worry, like I'm not like busting at you. We're just talking here. The discussion quite literally is that disenfranchisement was at least like something that we can fix now. Like SIR, the electoral vote chori, can be fixed. Once this app is online and able to work, it cannot anymore. The government can just target you wherever you are, however you are. They don't even need to have a person to target you. They can quite literally have an AI because the technology exists. Palantir exists, and they can quite literally collect your data, make a profile out of you, and target you. They can just send police directly to arrest you. For what doesn't matter. They can create a charge sheet. They don't even have to publicly announce it. They can just push it forward, put you in jail for a week, send it to a judge and be like, तुम्हारा अभी फाइल जज के पास है, जा रहा है, जाएगा तब देख लेंगे, बेल मिला तो देख लेंगे तब, and you'll just be in jail for like an indefinite amount of time, and like bail is a right goes out of the window at that point anyway, because they'll do it to so many people that even the courts will be like, we have a lot more cases to ask, so everyone is going to take time. The courts are not going to do anything because like we covered this earlier, the courts are more or less gone. How are we ever going to come back from this? Even if this application is mandatory for 1 day, all of the data goes to the government. All of it. They can target you based on that 1 day of data. 5 minute के लिए download करने के बाद they send your information to the government anyway. How are we supposed to fight against it if it's already there? And here there's a government that already tried to regulate your internet, your freedoms, tried to regulate what you can watch on the news, what you can watch on YouTube. The VPNs have been deregulated and told to send the data to the government already, so you can't even be on a VPN normally. How are you going to be a person of your own if the government is always up your ass? Is there a worse way to disenfranchise someone than this? I don't think so. We should get back to the topic. Anyway, so fuck, I forgot. I thought changing OBS is going to change my screen. Yeah, there you go. Apple often refuses such statement requests, and I think we just covered it. Like, Apple iOS powered and estimates 4.5% of the 735 million smartphones in India by mid 2025, with the rest using Android, counterpart research says. So even here, like, out of the, what was it, 1.2 billion subscribers to phones, only 4.5 are using Apple. Like, Apple is not even a player in this. Even if all of, like, and Apple can just go sideways with it. It doesn't even have to go directly. Apple already like tracks you, controls what you're looking for. Like, there is something known as an Apple tax. Basically, any price that you get on any application is higher on an Apple phone because of Apple tax. So they are tracking you that way anyway. They just have to send this information like side to the government. And don't think Apple is not going to do shit like that. It does shit like that in Israel. While Apple pre-installs its own proprietary apps on the phone, its internal policy prohibits installation of any government or third-party apps before sale of the smartphone. This is important. Before sale. So they can just be like, after sale, this is an update with the app. See, there are always loopholes with Apple. So don't take this as like gospel. Like Apple ne nahi bola to nahi hi hone wala hai. Apple is still part of this capitalist system. It still needs like the favor of the government to work in this country. Apple has historically refused such requests from the government, says Tarun Pathak, a research director of Counterpoint. It is likely to seek a middle ground. Instead of mandatory pre-install, they might negotiate and ask for an option to nudge users towards installing the app. Apple, Google, and Samsung and Xiaomi did not respond to requests for comment. India Telecom Minister also did not respond. Obviously, is not. Yeah, Apple could data बेचता तो है. The app is mainly designed to help users block and track lost and stolen smartphones across all telecom networks using the central registry. So why does it need the data? Can't you just track it directly? Jesus. Like there are countries that can do this, like help you against spam, track your phone without having such bullshit apps. It is also lets them identify and disconnect fraudulent mobile connections. Like you are giving quite literally someone else the ability to disconnect someone else's phone just because you claim it's yours. That is how it's going to be interpreted. With 5 million downloads since its launch, the app has helped block more than 3.7 million stolen and lost mobile phones, while more than 30 million fraudulent collections have been terminated. The government says it helps prevent cyber threats. Bullshit. And assists tracking and blocking of lost and stolen phones, helping police to track devices while keeping counterfeit out of the black market. Demonetization के बाद क्या हुआ? This is what they claimed either way. And now we have more black money overall. This is exactly what is going to happen again and again and again. So what the fuck is this law anyway? Like, let's just go through the law. Jesus fucking Christ, these fucking people never. I am always fucking so fucking surprised by like are there any levels that this government is not go below? Like unka minimum kuch hai kya that we are not gonna go below this? So Raju Purelkar, who is a writer, okay fine, whatever, he says Sanchar Shakti Chaksu doesn't guarantee you will not be defrauded. It just has a good constitution in our hands, didn't guarantee our slip of communalism and fascism. If you are defrauded, you will have to go through the same grind of complaints, follow-ups, and if lucky, full and partial recovery of lost money. You don't need this app for that. Chaksu is a placebo, a toy of gnostic WhatsApp uncles and bucks of Moji regime. I will try my best. Making it mandatory, permitting the Gestapo to enter the digital space. And once they enter your digital space, they can plant bugs, files, whichever be later used against you, as they did with Bhima Koregaon case to incarcerate academic scholars and right-wing activists. With enforcement sanchkare, you won't be free citizens. Fun fact, he was a blogger for Anna and BJP and RSS. Good for him. Jesus. So what the fuck is this about? The subject, direction under telecom cybersecurity. So this is something that they sent without telling the public, directly to manufacturers. And this and you are a shareholder in this and you were not told. Directions under Telecom Cybersecurity Rules 2020-2024 as amended regarding pre-installation of Sanchar Sanhati app in mobile handsets to check the genuineness of mobile handsets. Whereas the Department of Telecommunication has wide notification number CGDLE 2111120242588808 dated 21st November 2014 notified the Telecommunication Telecom Cybersecurity Rules 2024 has subsequently amended the same wide notification number CGDLE to 10252025. Wow. 2670. Why am I reading this? Dated 22nd October 2025, herein collectively referred to as the rules. Whereas rule number 8, the rule mandates that no person shall intentionally remove, obliterate, change, or alter the unique telecommunication equipment identification number or intentionally use, produce traffic or in other control or custody or possess hardware or software related to the telecommunication identifier or telecommunication equipment knowing it has been configured as specifics above, which means you cannot change it, you cannot delete it. This quite literally means that you can't do shit about it. Like if you have a phone without this app, they can be like, you don't have this app, jail jao. Whereas Rule 8, the rule empowers the central government to issue directions to manufacturers or telecommunication equipment bearing International Mobile Equipment Identity IMEI number to provide assistance as required in relation to tampered telecommunication equipment, blah, blah, blah. That just them trying to be like, oh, this is for your own good. Rule 8, mandatory, whatever. Rule 5, empowers the government to establish digital or other mechanisms as necessary to identify, report, act that may endanger telecom cybersecurity, and accordingly, the DOT has instituted the Sanchar Samit that can inter alias enable stakeholders to report IMEI related suspicious misuse, also to verify authenticity of IMEIs used in mobile devices. And whereas mobile handsets bearing duplicate or spoofed IMEI possesses serious endangerment to telecom cybersecurity. Oh, cool. This means, this line, you can't even have this app where this app has been made just for reporting and not getting your information out, because technically that would be spoofing. Or you can't, no, sorry, this is about IMEI. So you can't have a rooted phone, technically. Like a rooted phone is illegal according to them. For 90 days of issue, these instructions ensure that the Sanchar Sign mobile application has specified BOT is pre-installed in all mobile handset manufactured or imported for use in India. Ensure that pre-installed Sanchar Sathi application is readily visible and accessible to the end user at the time first use or device setup, and that its functionalities are not disabled or restricted. Find My Phone requires you to give your permission. This doesn't. This is directly a backdoor into your phone. Like directly, like very visible and blatant backdoor. For all such devices, this has already been manufactured, are in sales channels in India. The manufacturer and importer of mobile handsets shall make an endeavor to push the app through software updates. Not even like software popularization, updates. Like you don't get a choice in how your phone is updated, which is always an issue, even like in Europe. Like you should be able to choose what and not. Like kaise update hona chahiye. Now they don't care. Now they only are saying ki update ho na ho. You as a person like do not have the choice for this app. Failure to comply with these directions shall attract attention. Sorry, what's wrong with me? Attract action under the Telecommunications Act 2023 and Telecom Cybersecurity Rules. So they are going after even companies. So like you can be guaranteed, Apple, if it wants to do business in India, it's going to find a pathway out of this. All manufacturer importers of the mobile handsets are indeed intended to use in India. Okay, fine. Oh, this is what you sent, Bliss. I have it somewhere else. So requested access, camera. So it can record directly without your permission. Call logs, telephone, SMS, storage, Your privacy is gone. Other, flashlight. If you're in a dark place and the camera cannot record anything, it will just put on the flashlight on itself. Run foreground services, which means it's going to basically run in the background as well. No, it's going to run on the phone. Yeah, whatever. Run at startup. So whenever you start your phone, it's going to start and it's going to only stop when you switch it off. Play license check, have a full network access. It will able to directly send anything in the background to the government. Prevent phone from sleeping. Your phone will never be truly off, even if it's not like it will never be hibernating. It will be on in the background and show notifications. Chaksu, report suspected fraud. Facilitates reporting of suspicious and unsolicited communication received via SMS or WhatsApp. So, you know the whole thing that happened, like the government wanted a copy of WhatsApp messages directly and WhatsApp said no because they're encrypted. So then it wanted to de-encrypt those phones. Now they can quite literally be like, the WhatsApp messages get read directly through the app. That's a problem. SMS, they already, I think, had. Chaksu report, they have it here. It may be noted that Chaksu is not a facility for reporting about financial fraud or cybercrime cases. You have to go through the main channels anyway. So in case someone has already lost, in case someone has already lost money due to financial fraud victim, it has suggested to report it at cyber crimes anyway. You have to go through these things anyway. How this is such a blatant misuse of governmental power. I cannot say anything more against it because it's quite literally the worst thing that's happening. And then we have Rahul Shiv Shankar. This motherfucker is on his fucking desk talking bullshit again.
Welcome to Raw Dispatch from my desk. Viewers, as you know, I usually type out my thoughts on my computer on subjects that are making the news and then share them with you. Viewers, after COVID, after Arogya Setu, after Digital Locker, it's now the turn of NDA's new anti-fraud app, Sanchar Sathi, to be skewered. The opposition has already labelled it Pegasus Plus. They're directly evoking comparisons to the Israeli spyware that allegedly sneaks.
He's a jackass. I'm not going to ignore it, mostly because we need to show people how much of a jackass he is. It is pointless to have him there because people quite literally do follow him and do listen to him. And they need to be told that this is a fucking idiot.
Into phones and snoops on people. Some cyber experts have jumped in too. Their claim that the Modi-led NDA is using Sanchar Sathi to track citizens, extract private data, even compromise them. Stunned by the accusations, the government has been on overdrive. Installing the app is optional, it says. You can delete it.
It's not optional and you can't delete
anytime. It can't read your message. It can't listen to calls.
That's the problem.
All it does, they say, or the government says, is help you block a lost or stolen phone, report scam calls, identify fake links, check how many mobile numbers exist in your name, and flag international scam calls pretending to be Indian numbers. But this flare-up over Sanchar Sathi reveals something deeper, something we don't like to admit. For years, Indians have
The Sanchar Sathi flare-up only reveals one thing, that Indians know when their rights are being encroached upon. Quite literally, this fucking idiot is basically saying it's okay for the government to spy on you. There's nothing more that he's saying here.
Blindly bought Chinese phones. We've installed WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, and a flood of Chinese-made apps. Almost in a blink, without questioning.
They don't track you. They can, they don't. That's the difference. They sell your data. That is true. But they are not the government. They don't track you on a governmental level. Also, they sell your data for advertisements, and it is not a good thing. Don't get me wrong here. It is not a good thing that they do it, and I personally make sure that all of that data does not go. Like my data does not go to these companies. You can make sure of that. With the Sanchar Sathi app, you cannot make sure. It is a compulsory transfer of data from your phone to the government.
We don't check permissions, we don't check data flows, we don't check where our information is being stored. Many of those companies have documented histories of privacy lapses. Many have faced global lawsuits.
Just because a company has a background where it has done it doesn't mean it becomes okay for the government to do it now.
And they're well publicized. And Chinese apps, under the Chinese 2017 National Intelligence Law, every Chinese company must cooperate with state intelligence. That's much like what happens here in India.
Yes, it should. Cooperating with state intelligence is not having apps downloaded onto your phones. And are we taking China as the standard for like freedom? Like, you want Chinese style governance where you are doing for the poor. You don't want to take their negatives, just their positives. I want to say so many bad things, wants to take the negatives.
So the threat of a backdoor is not paranoia, it is real. Yet there's no outrage, no opposition dharna outside Parliament demanding bans on Chinese mobiles, no midnight debates about foreign apps, snooping. In fact, Silicon Valley giants are actively courted. Their offerings are treated like digital manna from heaven. But the moment the Indian government or even an Indian private innovator launches a digital watchdog tool to protect users, suddenly there's a storm. Suddenly it's a...
Dude, this guy is not protecting shit. Like, it's not a digital watchdog to protect you or anyone. It's a digital spyware. You are honestly coming up here and saying it's a digital watchdog where it doesn't do shit of being a watchdog. It is just spyware because, see, the government can do this without an app on your phone. It can target spam callers directly through like just people normally reporting spam. How does spam callers, like people get protected in other countries where apps like this are not present? Have you guys ever thought of that? That's the difference. They don't need these apps. This app is for control. This app is not for protecting anyone. You're still going to get spam calls. You're still going to get like Man Ki Baat notifications on your email even if you haven't registered for it. That's the problem.
Surveillance, state overreach, snooping. Doesn't this look like selective
he has no idea what
outrage to
watchdog
you?
means.
It does to me. Critics say the state has coercive power. Fair point. Fair point. But then why blindly trust Chinese apps where the state and company are the same entity?
We don't. No one trusts Chinese app blindly. What is he talking about? And just because some of people trust Chinese app doesn't mean they should be trusting this bitch or this government.
So what explains the asymmetry?
There's no asymmetry.
Is the Indian state worse than the Chinese state?
Actually,
is
yes.
Modi more controlling than Xi? Are American tech companies automatically more trustworthy? Or is this simply a collective...
None of these things that he mentioned are trustworthy. But that doesn't mean that you should be trusting the Indian government either.
Expression of a colonized mindset. A mindset that exalts the foreign and suspects the desi. Is it, as I have termed it, digital racism?
No, this is not digital racism. He's gaslighting. Yes, it is true. He's just gaslighting. And his mindset is like, you can call it digital fascism at this point. Techno-fascist autocracy. That's what he wants. Yeah, he's not even gaslighting properly. Like, there is no nuance in this conversation.
What do you think?
Yeah, mandatory Sanchar Sati app and center trails on massive data breaches in the past raises red flags, obviously. So this is quite literally about like, oh, we have so much, like we cover. See, the thing is, I had like this whole out about it at the start, so we just covered everything. Lol. So with like the COVID vaccination app and Digital India and whatever, we had so much data breaches across the whole period of COVID. We are seeing data breaches in SBI, RBI, where all of our phone numbers are with spammers and etc. What is to say that this thing is going to be protected? Literally nothing. There's literally nothing that protects you or your data. Not anymore anyway. And they actively want your data. Plus, they are lying to you straight on your face. Like this one. Okay, I am going to have to be like, there is a warning for this. Like, look, there is a graphic and viewer discretion is advised. You know why? Because this is what you call lying. And pure lying. Like, this is not even like white lies or hidden lies. This is lying. As someone.
सुनिए ना, अगर आप इसको अपने फोन पे रखना चाहते हो तो रखो, अगर आप इसको डिलीट करना चाहते हो तो डिलीट करो। जिस तरीके से, उदाहरण के तौर पर आपके फ़ोन पे जब आप फ़ोन खरीदते हो तो उस पर कई ऐप्स आ जाती हैं, जैसे गूगल मैप्स भी आ जाता है। अब आपको गूगल मैप इस्तेमाल नहीं करना है तो आप डिलीट कर लो। अगर आपको संचार साथी इस्तेमाल नहीं करना है तो डिलीट कर दो।
इसका मतलब ये ऑप्शनल है सर।
ऑब्वियसली डिलीट कर सकते हो।
So the problem here is that you can't delete it. He's lying because we saw it. We can see it here as well. Where was this? Pre-installed device, first use in setup. Cannot be disabled or restricted, which means you can't delete it. This is not an app that can be deleted.
आप कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है
सर, लेकिन विपक्ष
तो
का
बात
ये
का
clarification
बतंगड़
अभी तक
एक मिनट वही तो हर भ्रम को मैं तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। ये कस्टमर प्रोटेक्शन की बात है और हर भ्रम को मैं तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ। आपको डिलीट करना है तो आप डिलीट कर दोगे, आप कोई मैंडेटरी नहीं।
Also, there is one important thing. If something comes preloaded and your option is to not choose to have it, that is not a real option that you have been given. The option should always be whether you want it or not from the first part. Not like you need to be in this situation where you can choose to be on the app or not. So you can download it if you want. But if it comes preloaded, that is the choice that is taken away from you. The negation is not the choice.
नहीं है। आप अगर रजिस्टर नहीं करना चाहते, मतलब कि उदाहरण के तौर पे इस ऐप का उपयोग नहीं करना चाहते, तो रजिस्टर मत करो, वो डोरमेंट रहेगा। डिलीट करना है तो डिलीट कर लो। पर क्या हो, एक पर हर व्यक्ति को देश में नहीं मालूम कि मुझे फ्रॉड से प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, मुझे चोरी से प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए ये ऐप है। तो हर व्यक्ति तक
See, if you are going through this app for this in any way, you have to still go through the necessary channels. So why not go through the channels anyway? Why do you have to do all this drama of having this app that is tracking you?
ये ऐप पहुंचाना हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। अगर आपको डिलीट करना है तो डिलीट कर दो, नहीं इस्तेमाल करना है तो रजिस्टर मत करो। जब आप रजिस्टर करोगे तभी तो एक्टिव होगा। Registered.
That is not true. Also, that can be removed at any moment. An update to the app, where updates are always active for some reason, can just be like, it's going to be active from now. You're not given a choice. Like, all of these choices can be removed from you immediately. There is no give or take in this app. That's why that's a problem. Like, that's why when you are not given a choice to have this app in the first place, it's a problem. Your choice to delete is not really a choice. That is not a choice that you should be forced to make. It is not in good faith. The good faith would be not having this app and asking the users if you want to join this app. like, for example, I don't come pre-subscribe to everyone on YouTube. It's your choice to subscribe to me, which you should, because amazing.
नहीं करोगे तो इनएक्टिव होगा।
इसका मतलब संचार साथी ऐप हम डिलीट कर सकते हैं अपने फोन में?
बिल्कुल डिलीट कर सकते हो आप।
सिर्फ इनबिल्ट ऑप्शन है, उसे आप डिलीट कर सकते
आप उसको जिस तरीके से अपने फोन पे दूसरे ऐप को दबाओगे और कहोगे डिलीट, वैसे इसको भी दबा सकते हो और कह सकते हो डिलीट।
लेकिन संचार साथी ऑप्शन
It cannot be deleted.
कि आप लोग प्राइवेसी का हनन तक
प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि विपक्ष कुर्सी के नीचे, कुर्सी के पीछे, कुर्सी के लिए मुद्दे ढूंढ रहा है।
The problem is that everyone is smart. This guy is stupid.
अब सभी भ्रमों को दूर करना सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है और सारे मुद्दे मैंने आपके समक्ष रख दिए कि आज तक पिछले 2 वर्षों में संचार साथी पोर्टल और संचार साथी ऐप के आधार पर कितनी सुविधा जनता को मिली है, कितना पैसा जनता का बचा है। और ये भी आंकड़े आपके सामने रखूं, एक साल में 2024 में अकेले हमारे देश के अंदर 22,800 करोड़ रुपए के फ्रॉड हुए हैं। एक तरफ विपक्ष चिल्ला रहा है कि आप फ्रॉड कैसे रोकेंगे, दूसरी तरफ अगर संचार साथी का ऐप हमने आम नागरिक को दे दिया तो कह रहे हैं पेगासस।
See, Sanchar Sat, the problem here is that it spies on you. The problem isn't that it is a thing against scams. Do work against scams. There are easier ways to do it without spying on your own damn people.
मरो, ना करो तो मरो। तो जो लोग सत्य नहीं देखना चाहते हैं उन लोगों को हम सत्य नहीं दिखा सकते। जो लोग सुविधा इस्तेमाल करना चाहते हैं वो करें, जो नहीं करना चाहते हैं और डिलीट करना चाहते हैं वो डिलीट करें। प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
Thank you. जो इंस्टॉल करना चाहते हैं उनको इंस्टॉल करने दो ना। Why? प्रॉब्लम क्या है उसमें? If someone doesn't want to install, why comes be installed? Give that option to the people who want to install. That's it. There is another thing that just like the BJP posted. We'll get to here. This is a conference live that was done by Sambit Patra.
आप सभी को नमस्कार। और
Yeah, this should work.
स्वागतम इस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए। पार्लियामेंट का शीतकालीन सत्र चल रहा है और आप देख रहे हैं कल से आज तक का सफर किस प्रकार का रहा है। उस पे मैं अधिक टिप्पणी नहीं करूंगा।
Yeah, because he has no idea what's going on. He's stupid.
माननीय पार्लियामेंट्री अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर किरण रिजिजू जी ने कहा है कि बैठक होगी, सभी विषयों पे चर्चा किया जाएगा। वह सब आपने सुना है, मगर कल से आज तक 2 महत्वपूर्ण विषय हैं जिनको मैं यहां रखना चाहूंगा। एक तो जिस प्रकार से पार्लियामेंट के सदस्यों का, पार्लियामेंट का और पार्लियामेंट के बिल्डिंग के अंदर काम कर रहे सभी कर्मचारियों का कांग्रेस पार्टी ने और कांग्रेस पार्टी के सर्वोच्च नेता ने अपने बयान से उनको अपमानित किया है। एक विषय वह है जो रेणुका चौधरी से राहुल गांधी तक बयान आए हैं, उस पर हम चर्चा करेंगे।
It's a puppet.
और दूसरा विषय
टेक्निकल
इशू है।
There is BJP from the back holding his reins, and this is him.
एक महत्वपूर्ण विषय है संचार साथी का, उस पर भी संक्षेप में चर्चा करेंगे। पहला,
He needs to speak.
लोकतंत्र में पार्लियामेंट सर्वोच्च मंदिर होता है।
Oh, please.
पार्लियामेंट इज द हाईएस्ट टेम्पल ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी।
Stop calling it a temple. Democracy does not need
गरिमा
temples.
होती है, प्रतिष्ठा होती है, एक मर्यादा होता है पार्लियामेंट का। और पार्लियामेंट के अंदर मैं बड़े प्यार से कहना चाहूंगा, बहुत सम्मान से कहना चाहूंगा, पार्लियामेंट के अंदर चाहे वो सांसद हो या चाहे वो सफाई कर्मचारी हो, सभी की प्रतिष्ठा होती है, क्योंकि हम सब किसी न किसी तरीके से जनता से जुड़े हुए हैं और उस मंदिर की
Literally, the most disconnected people from the public is the BJP. They do not care. They do not give a shit. And these, I should probably translate what he's saying, but he's literally saying nothing. Absolutely nothing.
सफाई में अर्थात लोकतंत्र को स्वच्छ और सुंदर रखने में लगे हुए।
Yeah, so whenever this guy comes up, it's extremely annoying. Extremely. He looks like an actual puppet. Like, I'm sorry, his proportions are quite literally like a puppet. Like, if you are making a wooden puppet, that is how it would look like.
चाहे वो सिक्योरिटी के अधिकारी हो, चाहे वो कैंटीन में काम करने वाले व्यक्ति हो, सभी को मैं नमन करता हूं। सभी की
Again, explain to me what naman means.
इज्जत है, क्योंकि जनता जनार्दन ने जहां सांसदों को चुन के भेजा है, वही जो अपनी
shit.
सेवाएं प्रदान कर रहे हैं सांसद के भवन के अंदर, सदन के अंदर, उनका भी एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल होता है। वैसे में कल जब रेणुका चौधरी जी, जो कि एक सम्मानित सांसद स्वयं है, वो कल जब अपने पेट डॉग को लेकर आई, चलिए नियम क्या है, कानून क्या है, इस पर तो चर्चा बाद में करेंगे। जब किसी ने उन पर सवाल पूछा, मीडिया के किसी बंधु ने पूछा, किसी दूसरे सांसद ने नहीं पूछा, उनसे सवाल पूछा गया, तो उन्होंने ताच्छल्य से, उन्होंने जिस प्रकार मजाक में कहा, ये तो छोटी सी प्राणी है, गूंगी है, ये काटती नहीं है, काटने वाले तो अंदर बैठे हैं, काटने वाले तो सरकार चलाते हैं। ये अपने आप में बहुत ही, सोचो तो कोई विषय नहीं है, मगर
See,
सोचो।
the whole idea for this was talking about BJP's involvement with the Sanchar app. This was not about talking about dogs or cats or monkeys like of other people.
तो आप देखिए, सदन की गरिमा को भंग करने का प्रयास है।
Yeah, based Renuka, yeah.
और आज भी, और आज से पहले भी कई बार लोकसभा के अध्यक्ष माननीय ओम बिड़ला जी ने हम सबको यह कहा है कि चाहे पार्लियामेंट हो, चाहे पार्लियामेंट की परिधि हो, सांसद का व्यवहार, सांसद का विचार और सांसद की वाणी में गरिमा होना चाहिए। कभी भी सदन के मर्यादा को धूमिल करने की चेष्टा किसी सांसद को नहीं करना चाहिए। सही है, लोकतंत्र में आवश्यक नहीं है कि दो पार्टी के लोगों का आपस में बहुत सहमति हो, असहमति हो सकती है, हम शत्रु नहीं हैं, मगर ऐसा नहीं है कि हम दुश्मन हैं एक दूसरे के और हम खून के प्यासे हैं एक दूसरे के। कभी भी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अभद्रता, अशालीन भाषा का प्रयोग अपने मित्र सांसदों के लिए किया जाए। रेणुका चौधरी कहती है, जब उनसे पूछा गया, और मैं बार बार कहता हूं, यह प्रश्न मीडिया ने पूछा कि प्रोटोकॉल है क्या कि आप अपने पेट को ला सकती हैं सदन में, तो उन्होंने कहा कौन सा प्रोटोकॉल? देखिए, हर चीज का प्रोटोकॉल होता है, हर चीज के नियम और कायदे होते हैं, और हम सब
Why is he talking about a goddamn pet when this whole thing was supposed to be of the Sanchar app? So I'm just going to move forward. Like, how much are you going to deflect? Like, you have been caught with your fucking pants down. You have been caught trying to spy on the people. So now you're deflecting to someone bringing a dog in the parliament. Who cares if it's like a purse dog, like a chihuahua or whatever? It's a good thing. At least there would be an actual dog rather than just the dogs of the government.
कि कांग्रेस के हताशा का स्तर यह हो सकता है। वैसे देखें तो ये डिबेट और डिस्कशन का विषय नहीं है, मगर जरा चिंता करिए कि किस प्रकार से एक बाइट नहीं, बाइट पे बाइट दी गई। और आज राहुल गांधी, जो कांग्रेस पार्टी के सर्वोच्च नेता हैं, LOP हैं, लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन है, जब उनसे पूछा गया तो उन्होंने कहा, अच्छा क्या डॉग यहां तक आ गया था? तो पत्रकारों ने कहा, हाँ यहां तक आ गया था। अच्छा यहां अलाउड नहीं है? तो पत्रकारों ने कहा, नहीं सर, प्रोटोकॉल से तो नहीं। अच्छा अंदर तो अलाउड है, अंदर तो अलाउड है, इशारा करते हुए देश की
who gives a shit?
The parliament has been hurt.
Jesus Christ, how
of Rahul Gandhi and
this is a mouth, like, I mean, he's a spokesperson, right? So he's literally like a mouthpiece. But like, because he's also the mouthpiece of a party that has literally nothing to ever talk about, he's quite literally just ay.
करने का है और उसे रोककर उसे अपने मालिक के पास पुनः पहुंचाने का है. फ्रॉड रोकना, सिक्योरिटी करना.
Okay, finally he's talking. So where does it start?
करना चाहती है, आपके पीछे जासूसी करना चाहती है.
Here.
हम तथ्य बताएंगे, हमारे तथ्य बताने के
Imagine,
बाद भी वो
like,
समझ नहीं
if you can
पाएंगे.
still understand him, like, understand this. This is at 1.25 speed. He's speaking that slowly.
जनता जनार्दन तक तथ्य पहुंचाना, ये हमारा काम है. ये जो संचार साथी है, क्या उससे सरकार आपको स्नूप करना चाहती है, आपके पीछे जासूसी करना चाहती है? नहीं. NO, नो. कोई
He spelled no in the Polish way, which means yes. That's his takeout of this. Like, no means yes in Polish. So that's how he's doing it. Like, संबित पात्रा का कुछ कनेक्शन है क्या पोलैंड से? Let's check.
जासूसी सरकार नहीं करना चाहती है. संचार साथी ये जो ऐप है, ये आपके मैसेजेस नहीं पढ़ सकती है.
It
संचार
quite
साथी
literally
cannot read your
can.
messages.
What the fuck is he talking about? Hold on. Send and view SMSs, app permissions. What the fuck is wrong with Jesus Christ?
संचार साथी आपके कॉल नहीं सुन सकती है. संचार साथी कैन नॉट लिसन टू योर कॉल्स.
Again, telephone status, read call logs.
Either the calls that you receive or the calls that you make. संचार साथी आपके निजी डाटा तक, पर्सनल डाटा तक नहीं पहुंच सकती है. संचार
Jesus Christ, how much stupid is he? How, like, is he been reading the permissions that are there? Yes or no? Like, क्या चल रहा है? ये क्या अलग ही पागलपन है? Like, quite literally, we have this here. Like, what the fuck is this? Storage, modify and delete content of your shared storage. It means quite literally, add shit to your phone and remove it. So, and to do that, it has to be able to read it. Ugh.
He cannot reach your personal data, cannot breach your personal data. मैसेज नहीं सुन सकती, कॉल नहीं सुन सकती, पर्सनल डाटा ब्रीच नहीं कर सकती है. तो क्या काम है संचार साथी का? ये सब कर नहीं सकती है तो वो क्या करेगी? उसका काम सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करने का है. जो यूजर्स हैं उनको वो सिक्योरिटी प्रोवाइड करेगी. फ्रॉड को रोकने का है. चुराए हुए मोबाइल फोन को ट्रैक करने का है और उसे रोककर उसे अपने मालिक के पास पुनः पहुंचाने का है. फ्रॉड रोकना, सिक्योर.
How he thinks is gonna happen is right. The phone is gonna grow legs because of this app. It's gonna turn into a transformer and then come back to you. And this is not possible through any other means. Like, you have like Find My Phone. You have all of this shit with Apple to track your phone if it's there. You can do it from Google. You can do it from your phone directly. But no, you have to have this government app to be there. And this guy is taking responsibility of protecting your data. The people who have lost and have their whole shit hacked multiple times, have lost all of your data during COVID, have lost all of the data of PM Cares, have lost all of that data, are very much trusted to have your personal data, photos and whatever, which we already caught him in a lie.
सिक्योरिटी करना, चुराए हुए.
Yeah, every basic Xiaomi phone comes with a phone tracker.
करने का है. संचार साथी का काम मुख्यतः कैसे रहेगा? नंबर 1, रिपोर्टिंग का. संचार साथी एक रिपोर्टर है मोबाइल फोन में, जैसे आप रिपोर्टर हैं. आप कुछ चुराते नहीं हैं. आप संविधान को और देश को बचाने का काम करते हैं. जो मेरे सामने मेरे साथी बैठे हैं वो संचार साथी हैं.
Is he stupid? The whole point of a reporter is to take information and give it away. Like, the whole point of being a reporter is to gather information and give it to someone.
यह भी रिपोर्टिंग करती है। ये क्या रिपोर्टिंग करती है? सस्पिशियस कॉल्स। यदि कोई ऐसा फ्रॉडुलेंट कॉल आ रहा है आपके पास, सस्पिशियस कॉल, उसको रिपोर्ट करती है, उस पर रिपोर्ट किया जा सकता है। दूसरा, स्पैम्स। आप जानते हैं स्पैम्स आता है आजकल, ट्रू कॉलर में बहुत जगह स्पैम लिखा हुआ है।
The worst spammer out of all of this is the Narendra Modi government. I am not even joking. Half of my emails of my Indian email ID are namo messages, like मन की बात, ये मन की बात, वो यहाँ से वहाँ से, because I had an SBI account. I have reported it to spam so many times and they find newer ways to email me about it. How the fuck? Also, guys, share the stream. Seriously, if you can, clip it and post it. If you want to discourage a child to not pursue UPSC, you can show him Patra, rank 20 of all time. Yeah, he's lying. He's mostly lying. Seriously, leave a like and share the stream. Like people are going to like me screaming. I don't know why, but they do.
आप संचार साथी पे स्पैम्स को रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं। और मैलिशियस लिंक्स, गलत लिंक आता है, कई बार आता है कि आप इस लिंक पे क्लिक कर दीजिए, आपका कमाल हो जाएगा, आप बिजनेस में आगे बढ़ जाएंगे, आपको लाखों की कमाई हो जाएगी।
That is literally the BJP manifesto. Like, he's reading the BJP manifesto. I'm not even joking. लाखों की मिल जाएगी, 15 लाख अकाउंट में आ जाएंगे, ये सब बीजेपी मैनिफेस्टो है. Someone report the BJP official website and like the party to संचार साथी. Let's see what happens. अगर वो नीचे like उसको डाउन नहीं कराना, so this is all fake, or else this is all fake.
तो संचार साथी पे आप रिपोर्ट कर सकते हैं कि मुझे लगता है ये एक फ्रॉड लिंक है। तुरंत संचार साथी सिक्योरिटी में जुट जाएगी और आपको फ्रॉड के चंगुल से बचाएगी। ठीक जैसे आप संचार साथी हैं जो देश के डेमोक्रेसी को बचा रहे हैं, ठीक उसी प्रकार मोबाइल में भी अब मोबाइल को बचाने के लिए
Okay, let's understand this. Like, he's saying that the entirety of the reporters are saving the democracy in India. BJP has been responsible for intimidating and oppressing reporters the most. The media freedoms in India are the lowest they have ever been. This guy is just a liar at this point.
और मोबाइल के यूजर को बचाने के लिए संचार साथी है। ये जो मोबाइल की एक नंबर होती है, स्पेशल नंबर होती है IMEI, इंटरनेशनल मोबाइल इक्विपमेंट आइडेंटिटी, ये हर मोबाइल की होती है। आजकल इसका बहुत डुप्लीकेशन हो रहा है, तो ये संचार साथी के माध्यम से इसके डुप्लीकेशन को रोकना, और अगर किसी ने डुप्लीकेट बनाया है तो उसको फॉलो करके आपके मोबाइल फोन को आप तक फिर से वापस लाना, यह संचार साथी का काम है। एक तो लॉस्ट और स्टोलन मोबाइल डिवाइसेस को रिट्रीव करना, दूसरी बात है कई लोग अलग अलग नाम से मोबाइल फोन ले लेते हैं, सारे मोबाइल फोन उनके पास रहते हैं और फ्रॉड करने के लिए उन मोबाइल फोन्स का इस्तेमाल करते हैं। तो यह संचार साथी, ठीक जिस प्रकार आप संचार साथी है जर्नलिस्ट, आप जान जाते हैं कहां फ्रॉड हो रहा है, तुरंत आप पहुंच जाते हैं, ठीक उसी प्रकार यह संचार साथी भी तुरंत जान जाएगी कि एक ही यूजर के नाम पे कितने सारे मोबाइल फोन काम कर रहे हैं, और आजकल यह बहुत आवश्यक है। ये जितने भी बड़े बड़े आप
So tell me one thing, if I'm a user, I have multiple mobile phones, but I'm using like a different SIM card for each, and it's easy to get one. How are they going to track? If I start a phone and just have a different email, like 5 minute लगता है email बनाने का.
आप देख रहे हैं गैंगस्टर्स काम कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो आतंक के मसले को लेकर हो, चाहे फ्रॉड के मसले को लेकर हो, ये अपने नाम से मोबाइल नहीं लेते हैं, ये किसी दूसरे के नाम से मोबाइल लेकर मल्टीपल यूजर्स के रूप से ये इस्तेमाल करते हैं। तो ये सारों को एक व्यक्ति पर पिन पॉइंट कर देना कि कहां से यूज हो रहा है, ये संचार साथी का काम है।
So
संचार
what?
साथी का
How?
काम है।
Like they are never specific about this. Okay, they are never specific about this. How are they going to pinpoint this? Like, are they going to look at clusters of, like, track everyone live and look at clusters from where messages are going? I think that is all like, you can track spam messages on WhatsApp now. You can tag them as spam and it gets tracked. You don't need Sanchar Sati. You don't need a specific one. And what they are basically saying is, you can report, which is already a thing. You don't need this extra app. But also, like, I think their whole point is it's going to do it automatically, which is also a problem because that means it's going to read your messages. Like, I don't think he does he understand what he's saying? He's at one side, he's saying there is literally, we are not tracking anything, we don't have access to anything. On the other side, is he saying that the Sanchar Sati is going to directly grab onto data itself? What? Like,
आप लोग आजकल देखते होंगे, आपको कॉल आ रहा है बरेली से, मगर वो कॉल इंटरनेशनल नंबर से आ रहा है। तो इंटरनेशनल कॉल स्पूफ्ड एज डोमेस्टिक नंबर, ये जो इंटरचेंज हो रहा है, कई बार इंटरनेशनल नंबर से डोमेस्टिक कॉल आ रहे हैं, डोमेस्टिक नंबर से इंटरनेशनल कॉल आ रहे हैं। कहीं बाहर के देश में बैठकर कोई आपको कॉल कर रहा है, आपको लग रहा है कि ये कॉल तो मेरे घर से आ रहा है, मेरे घर के आसपास के इलाके से आ रहा है, मगर वो फोन करने वाला आपके घर के आसपास का या आपके शहर का नहीं है, वो आपके देश का भी नहीं है, वो देश के बाहर से कर रहा है। उसने इस प्रकार मोबाइल नंबर को लिंक किया है कि मोबाइल नंबर दिखता कहीं का है और होता कहीं का है, कहीं पे निगाहें, कहीं पे इशारा। ये जो स्पूफ्ड इंटरनेशनल कॉल्स है, इसको पकड़ने का काम संचार साथी करेगी। संचार साथी वेरीफाइड हेल्पलाइन नंबर,
stupid?
किसका? बैंक्स के लिए और ऐसे।
But I doubt any Bajpile think before. They don't. They absolutely do not. They have no, like, mental capacity to think at this point. I don't think they do.
एसेंशियल सर्विसेज के लिए आपको बैंक में कुछ आपको लग रहा है कि फ्रॉड हो रहा है, तो मैं कहां रिपोर्ट करूं? ये वेरीफाइड नंबर मुझे कहां से मिलेगा? संचार साथी देगी।
Oh,
कोई
come
मेडिकल
on.
इमरजेंसी आ गई, मुझे इस एरिया में एक बड़ा
Okay, so no. Hold on, guys. Remember at the start of this, I said that they are going to make you suffer if you don't have this. This is what it's going to happen. Whatever, like, anytime you go somewhere, they are going to ask you, like, yahan se ye number do, warna you are not going to get this service. So, like, Sanchar Sati na ho, no access to hospitals. Sanchar Sati na ho, no access to nothing. That is the problem.
अस्पताल का नंबर चाहिए, एम्बुलेंस मंगाना है, एसेंशियल सर्विस है, मुझे नंबर कहां से मिलेगा? किसको फोन करूं?
Ambulance ko phone karo be. Like, does like calling like 100 or like 999 doesn't work anymore?
आपके मोबाइल में आपका साथी बैठा है, संचार साथी। संचार साथी आपको नंबर देगा, वो आपका मैसेज नहीं पढ़ेगा, आपको स्नूप नहीं करेगा, वो आपका हमसफर बनके आपको बचाएगा।
Like, literally, like, I'm gonna go back to it again. This is snooping. This is snooping. There's nothing more than snooping here. No one needs this permission. No app that is supposed to do all of this needs this permission. Where is this? Yeah, see, Truecaller ka business bhi kha gaya, that is whatever, but this is worse.
बड़े अच्छे से
Also, this is not even going to work, Ray Kumar. So Truecaller will still be relevant because it will at least work. Sanchar Sati will only snoop on you.
आज सरकार ने समझाया है, there is no passive monitoring, there is no data extraction.
There is quite okay. Again, like, what the fuck is this about then? Why do you need these permissions if you are not extracting data?
एंड देयर इज नो हिडन एक्टिविटी, कोई छुपी गतिविधि नहीं है संचार साथी का, कोई डाटा एक्सट्रैक्शन नहीं है, कोई पैसिव मॉनिटरिंग नहीं है। तो ये संचार साथी लाने की आवश्यकता क्यों पड़ी पूरे विश्व में? ये जो IMEI मैंने कहा, इसका डुप्लीकेशन बहुत हो रहा है, बचाने की आवश्यकता है। इसलिए फ्रॉड इन द सेकेंड हैंड स्मार्टफोन मार्केट, ये जो सेकेंड हैंड हम अपने मोबाइल फोन को बेच देते हैं, जो सेकेंड हैंड मोबाइल मार्केट है, वहां जितने फ्रॉड हो रहे हैं, आपने मोबाइल बेच दिया, आपके नाम पे वहां गलत गतिविधि हो रही है, आप फंस।
What kind of a person sells a second-hand phone with their data in it? Are these guys fucking stupid? मेरा वीजा आज बस नहीं तो लग, yeah, that is true. Don't worry, Bliss. When Sanchar Sathi comes in, you are going to be in jail for association with me. Like हम दोनों का तबादला है, because they are gonna track the conversation and you helping out, and we are both going to go to jail nicely. They already have screaming matches on Twitter to get me deported. We are going together. Yeah, it is true. When Sanchar Sathi comes in, they are gonna find you out as well.
मगर करने वाला बच गया, तो संचार साथी आपको बचाएगा।
Oh please.
वो आपको की रक्षा करेगा।
Kumar, you're gonna go to jail for a very different cause, I think. Not related to Modi generally. You're just gonna go to jail randomly. लेके चले जाएंगे तुझे. Like you would just go to jail for okay, अभी इसने कुछ करा नहीं है, हम कुछ मिला नहीं है, पर भर दो इसको भी, लेके चलो. Was in chat. इनका चल ही रहा है गिल्टी बाय एसोसिएशन टाइम पास.
सिम मिसयूज एंड आइडेंटिटी बेस्ड मोबाइल फ्रॉड, आजकल सिम का मिसयूज और आइडेंटिटी बेस्ड, जो मैंने कहा
one of the greatest,
किस प्रकार आतंक,
one of the people that do all of this shit like SIM and whatever identity fraud are the BJP. उनका IT सेल चलता है. He has very nice experience with it, I tell you.
उनकी भी बच जा रहे हैं, और सिम को मिसयूज करके बहुत दुर्घटनाएं करने की कोशिश हो रही है, उसके लिए ये संचार साथी. ठीक उसी प्रकार साइबर स्कैम्स, न्यू अनअवेयर साइबर टारगेटिंग, ये जो साइबर स्कैम्स है.
See, okay, yeah, that is true. इसकी आवाज इसमें कट रही है या मेरा स्पीकर मर रहा है? Can someone confirm कि can you hear him clearly?
ये साइबर स्कैम नए और अनअवेयर जनता, जो जिनको पता नहीं क्या स्कैम हो सकती है, स्मार्टफोन के माध्यम से जो होता है, उनको बचाने के लिए ये संचार स्कैम है.
तो जो लोग, उसका प्रॉब्लम है या नहीं, उसका वो 200 रुपए वाला माइक फट रहा है. द माइक कैन टेक ऑल ऑफ दिस झूठ, राइट? माइक भी बोल रहा है भाई चुप कर तू 5 मिनट के लिए, सांस ले. हर सांस के साथ, हर धड़कन के साथ झूठ पे झूठ बोले जा रहा है. जो लोग सेंटर या लेफ्ट हैं बीजेपी, उनको साइबर टारगेट करती है. या एग्जैक्टली.
और अभी मैं बता दूं आपको कि संचार स्कैम के माध्यम से 1.7,
he said sanchar scam. He's just literally admitting it right now. It's a sanchar scam. That is true. It's a scam.
5 करोड़ फ्रॉडुलेंट मोबाइल कनेक्शंस उनको डिस्कनेक्ट कर दिया गया. आप सोचिए.
How about you disconnect them when people report it directly to you? Why do you need an app for it? You can report these numbers. Tie up with Truecaller and being हाँ ये क्या स्पैम वाले हैं, हमको रिपोर्ट करना है. नहीं, वो नहीं करना है. This is not an app for reporting all this bullshit. This is an app for tracking you. Left wale, center wale, anyone who's not chummy with the BJP gets targeted. उसके लिए ऐप है.
लगभग 2 करोड़ फ्रॉडुलेंट मोबाइल फोन कनेक्शन थे, वो डिस्कनेक्ट हो गए. इतने 1.75 करोड़ फ्रॉडुलेंट कनेक्शंस. 26 लाख स्टोलन फोन, 26 दशमलव समथिंग है, लगभग 27 लाख के आसपास है, इतने फोन चोरी हुए थे, वो अब लोकेटेड हो गए हैं। और 7.5 लाख मोबाइल फोन जो चोरी हुए थे या खो गए थे, वो उनके ओनर तक पहुंचा दिए गए हैं। और जो लोग कह रहे हैं ये तो कंपलसरी है, ये डिलीट नहीं कर सकते हैं, अभी सरकार ने स्टेटमेंट जारी किया है, इट इज अवर ड्यूटी टू इंट्रोड्यूस दिस ऐप टू एवरीवन, कीपिंग इट ऑन देयर डिवाइस और नॉट इज अप टू द यूजर, इट कैन बी।
So again, as we said before, if it is a choice, then the choice should be whether you want to download it or not. If the download is automatic, it is not a choice that you have. Because the app is going to be there. The app is going to record you until you delete it. And we still don't even know if you can or cannot uninstall it.
Deleted from the mobile phone just like any other app. आप इस ऐप को रखना चाहते हैं, स्वागत है। आपको लगता है इस ऐप को रखना नहीं चाहिए, आप डिलीट कर दीजिए। मुझे पता है कौन कौन डिलीट करेंगे। जो लोग, देखिए, चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका, चोर की दाढ़ी में तिनका, ये कहावत है। तो स्वाभाविक रूप से जिनको लगता है कि हमने सारी गड़बड़ियां अपने फोन से की हुई हैं, वो कदाचित संचार ऐप का प्रयोग नहीं करेंगे। और उसमें कौन कौन है आप अच्छे से जानते हैं, अच्छे से जानते हैं। उनके नाम पे एफआईआर भी हुआ है अभी।
We know those are BJP guys. BJP वालों का सबसे बड़ा लिस्ट होता है for scams. Go check.
एफआईआर भी हुआ है, 5,000 करोड़ का गबन भी किया है, बेल पे बाहर है। मैं चैलेंज देता हूं, आप जरा उनका मोबाइल चेक करिएगा, संचार आप कदाचित नहीं होगा, क्योंकि उन्हें पता है।
Yeah, because they're not stupid to have a stupid app that will track you 24/7. Like, remember, like last year, Apple sent like notifications to its users like you are being tracked by the government.
उनको डर है, वो जानते हैं कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मैसेज नहीं पढ़ सकती, कॉल नहीं सुन सकता है, कोई डाटा ब्रीच नहीं हो सकती है, मगर
Is he like, does he not know how many data breaches that happened with their COVID app?
उनके अंदर चोर बैठा हुआ है कि हमने तो सारी गड़बड़ियां की हुई है। रोज फोन पे बोलते हैं, अरे अब हम कैसे बचे, हम तो पकड़े जाएंगे। तो जिनके मन में चोर है वो संचार ऐप डाउनलोड करेंगे ही नहीं।
See, the thing is, no one is going to download it according to them. Everyone is going to be forced into it. So him saying like, oh, they're not going to download is so completely pointless. Completely pointless because they are going to force it onto you.
अभी मैं देख रहा हूं, मुझे अभी कागज भी दिया गया, मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी ने ट्वीट किया है संचार ऐप को लेकर। संचार साथी ऐप इज येट अनदर एडिशन टू द लॉन्ग लिस्ट ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स बाय द बीजेपी टू स्ट्रैंगुलेट द वॉइस ऑफ पीपल। सॉरी मिस्टर खड़गे,
Sorry, Mr. Khadge, you can't speak anymore because we are doing exactly that.
Not to strangulate the voice of people. S for strangulate नहीं है, S for security है।
Is he that cringe all the time? I'm sorry, I haven't watched a lot of his speeches because he's a puppet and he looks stupid. But is he that cringe all the fucking time? Someone needs to write his speeches better. Like, he's not speaking off the cuff. Obviously, he's not me, or he's not like other people who speak off the cuff. He doesn't have the capacity. I am sorry. But this cringe, like, what the hell? See, I don't want to see his face. If I wanted to see a puppet, I would just look at the images of puppets.
To secure the voice of people, to secure this device called as mobile.
Oh, fucking please. Isn't like he's not even being like a good orator here. Like, secure this, people, secure this device. Just say a goddamn phone. Like, secure your phone or something like that. Like, motherfucker is like, come on, dude. He's like, you are muted.
Without which today life is difficult. And
No. Correction. The life is not difficult without a phone. BJP wants to make your life difficult without a phone, so you are completely dependent on it for every single aspect of your life, so they can push these apps on you. And as they have said before, they wanted to make sure that whether you go to a hospital, need an ambulance, or go anywhere that requires even a basic check of whatever it may be, you need this app. And if you don't have access to your healthcare, you don't have access to schooling, you don't have access to anything, because you're going to need an OTP or a code from that fucking app. That is the problem. Life has not revolved around phones for the past million years. Just in the past 20 years, they have made sure everyone needs and has a phone. So they can control you. So they can push this idea that life is inseparable from it. But it is separable. But they want you to have this as a device for tracking at this point. They want you to have this as a device that can track you, that can read your messages, that can see your images, phones. So if in any scenario, you as a person says anything against the government, anything it might be, they can track you and they can find you and they can shut off your voice, because that's what they want. Okay. Hold on. I want to not see his face for a second. FYI, Patra once said 1984 riots happened. Did people and Congress people tweet? Oh, Jesus. This is next level stupidity at that point. Like, what the fuck? Like, I believe you. He looks that stupid. He does look that stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be mean here, or I'm not trying to insult him, but like something went wrong here.
And we need to secure this app. We need to secure this device. And
he just said we need to secure this app.
that is why the government has brought Sanchar Sati, Mr. Kharge. Kharge ji आगे लिखते हैं, Modi government.
I wish his biscuits were laced. I think this is him naturally like being this weird.
Unilateral directions to preload this app without taking into confidence various stakeholders and citizens is akin to dictatorship. Why does the government want to know what citizens talk with their family and friends?
Exactly. Why would it is akin? Because Korea is doing the same thing and Russia is doing the same thing. These are dictatorships. These are what? Anyway, so like Korea is a dictatorship. No one's gonna deny it, and they have an app like this. Russia is a dictatorship, even though at a guise of democracy, it has an app like this. So what makes this app very different than the other? Anyone has an answer? No, because it doesn't.
यूनिलैटरल डिसीजन है. किसने कहा यूनिलैटरल डिसीजन है? जैसे सारे ऐप हैं, उसी प्रकार ये एक ऑप्शनल ऐप है. आप डिलीट भी कर सकते हैं. मगर ये यूनिलैटरल डिसीजन, मोदी जी के सरकार में कोई डिसीजन यूनिलैटरल नहीं होता है. सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स के साथ उचित बातचीत करने के पश्चात, सभी को कॉन्फिडेंस में लेने के बाद, सभी की
like seriously, no. This is like you quite literally send this decision out to the manufacturers directly, secretly. You did not speak to the news. You did not speak to the actual stakeholders, which are the people of India. It's because Reuters said something and publicized this news is the reason why we know about it. This was a unilateral decision. This was not brought up in the parliament. This was not brought up to the public. How, like, this is straight lying at this point.
जो संवैधानिक अधिकार है उसको किस प्रकार बचाया जाए, उन सब पर चर्चा करने की बाद उसके बाद ही कोई नियम बनते हैं. बात अलग है कि ये ऑपोजिशन और खास करके कांग्रेस पार्टी ना तो अपने आप को शायद स्टेक होल्डर सोचती है, ना समझती है, और ना इस पे डिबेट और डिस्कशन करना चाहती है. तभी ये पार्लियामेंट से उठकर भाग जाती है. पार्लियामेंट में भी डिस्कशन करती है तो किस पर करती है? डॉग्स, नॉट ऑन.
Like, that is, Jesus, the entire discussion about the dog is something a reporter brought up. They are not discussing this. I will check the video out. Yeah. Like this is 18 minute. What point are we talking about here? 9, 10. Okay.
ने ट्वीट किया कि ये ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन है। पुलिस के जो इकोसिस्टम के लोग हैं, इनमें से किसी ने ट्वीट किया, किसी ने ट्वीट नहीं किया। में उनके स्टैचू के धड़को, तो कोई भी इनमें से जो
He always has a problem with the like speaker.
आज ट्वीट कर रहे हैं, जो इंटरनेशनल फिगर बने हुए हैं, उनमें से किसी ने ट्वीट किया, किसी ने ट्वीट नहीं किया। जब 84 के दंगे हुए, इनमें से किसी ने ट्वीट किया, हो सकता है उनका जन्म नहीं हुआ हो, मगर इनके जो इकोसिस्टम के लोग हैं, इनमें से किसी ने ट्वीट किया, किसी ने ट्वीट नहीं किया।
Why is he so stupid? He just said 1984. Like when 1984 like riots happened, no one tweeted. How is he so stupid? How is it possible? Like, are his speeches written by a toddler? Like, who thinks that like there was internet back then? How old is he? Is he like 30 years old? Like, what? At least you can excuse, I think, a stupid 30-year-old to be like, oh, maybe there was internet in the 1980s. Huh? Like, Twitter was 2008, 2009. We barely had Facebook in 2000. Jesus. Like, also, like, hold on. This here, this is how he looks like. This is how he looks like today. He had hair transplant. Maybe from the same guy like Modi.
प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी। मुझे दुख है इस विषय का। आगे लिखते हैं खड़गे जी, वी आर नॉट विटनेसिंग दिस फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम। इनकम टैक्स लॉज बुलडोज द टर्न आउट डिजिटल लाइव्स इनटू 24/7 मॉनिटरिंग जोन, एवरी क्लिक, चैट, पेमेंट अप टू ग्रैब्स विदाउट कंसेंट। इनको तो दिक्कत होगी ही इनकम टैक्स लॉज से। कांग्रेस पार्टी इतने दिनों से इनकम टैक्स इवेजन, और याद करिए इनकम टैक्स इवेजन के कारण राहुल गांधी के ऊपर केस भी हुआ। तो इनकम टैक्स का शुद्धिकरण जब भी होगा, गांधी परिवार को इनकम टैक्स के शुद्धिकरण से दिक्कत होगी ही होगी। आरटीआई स्ट्रैंगल बाय ट्वीकिंग सेक्शंस, लेस अकाउंटेबिलिटी, मोर डार्कनेस। खरगे साहब, कोई डार्कनेस नहीं है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी है, हाई कोर्ट भी है। कितने विषयों को लेकर आप कोर्ट में गए हैं? आप बताइए, एक भी विषय को लेकर आप कोर्ट में गए हो और वहां कोर्ट ने
the court quite literally are not taking cases against the government, so next level stupid.
कोर्ट ने वहां न्याय नहीं किया हो, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है। पेगासस स्कैंडल प्रूव दैट वी फियर व्हाट वी फियर्ड। पेगासस स्कैंडल सुप्रीम कोर्ट में गया था ना। राहुल गांधी जी से फोन मांगा गया था ना, आप अपने फोन में, आपको लगता है आपके फोन में पेगासस है, सबमिट। ना, मैं अपना फोन नहीं देता। क्यों भैया, आपके फोन में इतना बड़ा पेगासस था? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सिरे से खारिज किया पेगासस को। पेगासस हो या राफेल हो। मुझे तो याद है राहुल गांधी जी को तो कान पकड़ के माफी तक मांगनी पड़ी थी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के बयान को लेकर। सुप्रीम कोर्ट में ही राफेल को लेकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट में जो उन्होंने कहा था, माफीनामा भरना पड़ा था, एफिडेविट देना पड़ा था। उसके बाद फिर से आज खड़गे जी पेगासस के बारे में बोल रहे हैं, स्नूपिंग, सर्वेलिंग।
So like he's comparing, like, okay, first of all, we know what happened with Rafael. Like, no matter what the SC says, it was a shit show and corruption by the BJP. Secondly, he's comparing that with this and comparing what Rahul Gandhi did, what Kharge has said. Like, where is that tweet? Hold on. I'm just going to pull up the tweet quickly from Millikarjun Kharge. So Kharge has given a bunch of, how do you, 1,000 years running behind in mental development. I agree mostly. Every international observer has confirmed Pegasus. So what did Kharge write? App is yet another addition to the long list of attempts of the BJP to strangulate the voice of the people. Modi government unilaterally directions to preload its app without taking into the confidence various stakeholders and the citizens. Citizens are also stakeholders. I don't know why they always leave it aside. Is akin to it is dictatorship. Why does the government want to know what citizens talk with their family and friends? Exactly. We are not witnessing this from the first time. Income tax laws bulldozed. We did a live, our first very live on exactly this point. Turned our digital lives into a 24/7 monitoring zone. Every click, chat, payment up for grabs without consent. RTI strangulated by tweaking Section 81J via DPDP Act in 2023. Fewer questions, less accountability. We are getting to it. We also did a live about this. It was a separate live. Our first two lives. Shit, we are on point. This year at least. Pegasus scandal proved that we feared phones of 1,000 plus Indians hacked. Opposition leaders, judges, journalists, and even union ministers were snooped. This is shit that a government does when it's turning authoritarian. There is nothing else to be said. Democracy perishes, dystopian era flourishes. This is exactly what is happening right now. And they're posting this liar. Jesus. Fucking Christ.
Scanning and peeping to confiscate, control, command, and monetize citizen right is the hallmark of BJP tyrannical regime. No wonder Modi government has vehemently opposed making citizens' privacy to be declared as fundamental right in the Supreme Court. Democracy perishes. वो जिस दिन बिहार में आ रहे थे ना उसी दिन डेमोक्रेसी उनके लिए पेरिश हो गया था. 2014 के बाद डेमोक्रेसी पेरिसेस उनका एक ही टेप है जो चलता रहता है. पार्लियामेंट में जिस प्रकार का व्यवहार है, वेल में उतर करके कागज फेंकना, तख्तियां लेकर खड़े हो जाना, और आज मैं खुद देख रहा था जब माननीय मंत्री जी बोल रहे थे उनके सामने उछल रहे थे ताकि उनकी फोटो आ जाए मंत्री जी के मुंह के सामने. इज दिस डिक्टेटरशिप ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट और इज दिस
Quite literally dictatorship.
बिहेवियर ऑफ द ऑपोजिशन कांग्रेस पार्टी? आप बताइए.
Quite literally dictatorship.
नर्सरी क्लास के बच्चे भी ऐसा व्यवहार नहीं करते हैं जिस प्रकार राहुल गांधी एंड कंपनी व्यवहार करती है, और उसके बाद ये चिट्ठी भेजते हैं कि डेमोक्रेसी समाप्त हो गई. खड़गे साहब, बड़े स्पष्टता के साथ संचार साथी के विषय में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने और सरकार ने अपना विषय रखा है. दुष्प्रचार साथी आप लोग हैं, आप दुष्प्रचार करिए, जनता जनार्दन जानती है आगे कैसे बढ़ना है. धन्यवाद. कोई प्रश्न हो तो अवश्य पूछे.
Okay.
किसने कहा हम चले?
What? Hold on. He just said he was done. Okay, what is this? Hold on. Let me just read. This literally every time this Apple City is also okay. I don't know how to read that. Sometime back, she posted a video of Turkey's waste disposition system in Belgavi without blurring signs and no plates. Are you saying Pallavi City or something? I don't know who you're talking about. Apparently, with the change in laws, how they are right now, it is illegal for us to even talk about someone like this, where you cannot talk about contractors, you cannot talk about people who do the actual corruption, you can't ask for their names from the RTI, you can ask for who has done this corruption, who has done that corruption, but the government can directly have all of your data now. So government controls everything. So hold on.
के बाद ये चिट्ठी भेजते हैं.
He literally said he's leaving.
खड़गे साहब, बड़े स्पष्टता के साथ संचार साथी के विषय में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने और सरकार ने अपना विषय रखा है. दुष्प्रचार साथी आप लोग हैं, आप दुष्प्रचार करिए, जनता जनार्दन जानती है आगे कैसे बढ़ना है. धन्यवाद. कोई प्रश्न हो तो अवश्य पूछे.
Oh, I thought he was leaving. I thought like this hell was done. Apparently not. He still has 3 minutes to answer questions.
किसने कहा हम चर्चा
Okay.
नहीं करना
The Scindia. Oh, we
कौन से
covered
विषय पे
her.
चर्चा नहीं
She
करना
posted the
चाहते? आज तो
Scindia
मैंने
thing.
आदरणीय किरण रिजिजू जी को सुना, उन्होंने कहा हम इलेक्टोरल रिफॉर्म्स पे भी चर्चा करना चाहते हैं। कोई विषय ऐसा नहीं है जिस पे सरकार चर्चा नहीं करना चाहती हो।
Literally,
सभी
like
विषय पे चर्चा
the current government does not want to discuss anything. If they did, how many years has it been since the Prime Minister of India has done a press briefing? How many years has it been? 14 years? Whenever he does a press briefing, it's always about, oh, look at me. All of these people have been given answers and questions, and they are asking like, oh, how are you so strong still at like 77 or something? How are you carrying on? And that's it. That's quite literally it. That's all the press briefings they do. So the point is, yeah, 11 years that he has done a press briefing. I think the last press briefing he did was with Karan Thapar when he asked him like, oh, what happened with Godra? And all he's like, oh, dosti bani rahe, and left. I shit you not, this government does not want to talk to you or anyone. They just want to do. And by that mean shit.
करना चाहते हैं, बशर्ते कि जो चर्चा चाहते हैं वो चर्चा तो करने दें। वो पार्लियामेंट को कम से कम पार्लियामेंट तो समझे। जिस प्रकार पार्लियामेंट में उनका व्यवहार है, मुझे दुख लगता है कि कौन चर्चा नहीं चाहता है, ये आम जनता भी जानती है। अभी मुझे लगता है पार्टी में मीटिंग्स चल रही हैं।
Yeah, people know.
और मुझे इस पर
The
अधिक टिप्पणी
person
नहीं
who
करनी
doesn't
चाहिए।
want
मुझे
this
सिर्फ इतना
is the
कहना
BJP
चाहिए
right now.
कि मैं भी अपील करता हूं पार्टी के प्रवक्ता के नाते, पार्टी की ओर से, कि तू मैं नहीं, हम के साथ, हम सब देश के भले।
Okay. He wants to give a Hummer to Modi, that it seems. Like he wants everyone to give a Hummer to Modi. If you don't know what a Hummer means, it means a car. If you know what a Hummer is, good on you.
के लिए खड़े हैं, हम के भावना के साथ आगे आए
हम
और
के
हर विषय
भावना
पर चर्चा करें।
Just move on, Jesus. Kumar, I'm so sorry you don't know what a Hummer is. Like, genuinely, I'm so sorry.
देखिए, पहली बात तो है, अब वो छोटा सा पपी जो था वो गाड़ी के नीचे से निकला, पेड़ के पीछे घुस गया, फिर सड़क पे आया। इस पे सीबीआई इन्वेस्टिगेशन तो नहीं हो सकती है। चलिए, हुआ होगा, इस पे मैं अभी कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहता।
He's still talking about a fucking dog, man.
बात करते हैं, मगर उस पे जो रिएक्शन काटने और डसने को मिट्टी में मिलाने।
You know what? No, seriously. You know who Sambit Pata reminds me of? You know who Sambit Pata reminds me of? Take a guess. Kash Patel. The FBI's director. Not because they're brown, obviously not. Because how stupid they are when they speak and like how random shit. Or Lauren Bober. But in her case, she shoots at dogs. Like, don't you get this? Like, that is like they're saying the same shit. टट्टी बोल रहे हैं खाली सिर्फ। Like he's back on dogs.
या नहीं, यह विषय महत्वपूर्ण है। धन्यवाद।
अरे सी, मैं बोला ना, he's a कठपुतली, he's a puppet. So, and if you Google like how are puppets moved, like, see, like, where is the hand going from? Imagine this is the BJP, this is Sambit Patra, like समझ रहे हो ये कहाँ जा रहा है? It's a stupid joke, I know. Kash's sister is stupider than Kash, lol. Unlikely. यार कुमार मत पूछ, like go on Discord, कोई इसको Discord पे बोलो, यहाँ पे मत बोलो, फुकट में ये स्ट्रीम डिमोनेटाइज हो जाएगी when it's not even monetized to begin with. Yeah, these people are already like tangential. Hold on. See, I don't. मुझे एक नहीं समझता, like to be honest with you, like being very honest, you in for a yeah, I am. Who? Like Kumar or me? Like general question. Whenever I say to someone like come to the stream, people on Twitter or people on anyone start thinking that I'm inviting them to speak online. Like invitation मिल रहा है इनको to showcase their speaking skills. I don't understand that. All I'm saying is, come watch me. Join the discussion. Like this has happened like 4 to 5 times at this point, where I have asked someone like, hey, do you want to come to the live? They're like, नहीं मैं बात नहीं कर सकता. And I'm just like, dude, come on. That is not what I mean. Like, is that lingo died at this point of time? Like, is there something new that I'm missing here? Kumar, it's you are for a surprise for the Hummer shit. Oh, or is it me? For Cash Patel. Wait. So there is another thing here. So the Kerala Congress actually posted about this. Like Arogya Setu apparently was an app that was sold to immediately notify people as soon as they get COVID. And the only thing that happened was like data breaches. Yeah, okay, fine. I'll check that lady, man. Check that lady. Fine, whatever. Moving on. Where were we? Yeah, like, yeah, I think my rage has more or less died down from screaming. I don't know about you. So I think I'm gonna cut this off right here, mostly because it's been what, 2.5 hours, and thank you for coming, guys. It's just tiring. We need to start protesting and we need to get the message out. I'm gonna clip the shit out of this live and post it. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. I'll see you on Thursday again, and let's hope we have more people now. I mean, we have more people overall, but even more if possible. See ya. Thanks for coming. Also, I am kind of disappointed that I don't know, like you guys don't know what a Hummer is. Like, check it out.